In this video, we're going to discuss about the root pressure in transportation in plants and circulation in animals. Root pressure. As mineral ions from the soil are actively transported into the xylem tissue of root, water moves along and increases the pressure inside the xylem. So this pressure is called root pressure and is responsible for pushing the water upward to some extent. So the minerals are absorbed by the roots from the soil and it has to transport it to the xylem tissue. Okay, so the water will be move to the xylem with a pressure. From the pressure was seen inside the xylem, the water molecule, that the water is moved till the top. So that pressure was created only in the root for the absorption of minerals and the water from the soil. So that type of pressure is called root pressure. So this pressure helps in pushing the water in upward direction. Uptake of minerals. Plants depend on minerals from soil for its nutritious requirements. So plant need minerals for the nutritious requirements. All minerals cannot be passively absorbed by the roots. So all minerals cannot be absorbed as it is by the roots. So the two factors account for this. Minerals are present in the soil as charged particles that cannot move across the cell membrane. So the some of the ions, that is some of the minerals present in the soil in the form of ion, and it cannot move through the cell membrane. So it needed charged particles like anion and cation. With some of the force of attraction it can move. So the concentration of minerals in the soil is usually lower than the concentration of minerals in the root. So the concentration that is lower than the minerals concentration in the root it is low, that is lower than the mineral concentration in the root compared to the soil. The mineral concentration in the soil is lower than the mineral concentration in the root. Okay, so therefore most of the minerals enter the root by active absorption through the cytoplasmic of epidermal cells. So because of the lower concentration, the minerals will move on to the epidermal cells through roots. So this needs an energy to form ATP. So for this uptake, you need an energy. That energy is taken from ATP. Then it is transported to all parts by transpiration pull. So these minerals can be transported to the all parts of the plant by transpiration pull. Translocation of mineral ions. Minerals are remobilized from older dying leaves to younger leaves. So they are remobilized. When the older leaves fall off, before that the minerals will be moved out to the younger parts, younger leaf. So this phenomena can be seen in deciduous plant. Okay. So the elements like phosphorus, sulfur, nitrogen, potassium are easily mobilized while the elements like calcium are not remobilized. So the calcium may not remobilized, it cannot able to move. Okay. Small amounts of material exchange takes place between the xylem and phloem. So little bit of exchanges takes place in between xylem and phloem, that is in small amount. Okay. Phloem transport. So till now root pressure, water, we are thinking about the water transport in the xylem transport. Okay. So the phloem transport means food transport. So the food is synthesized where? It is synthesized in the leaves and it has to transport it through phloem to the other parts of the plant. Okay. So the food synthesized by the leaves are transported by the phloem either to the area of requirement or store. So the phloem tissue is composed of sieve tubes which has sieve plates. So the phloem has sieve tubes, they have sieve plates. Cytoplasmic strands pass through the pores in the sieve plates. So in the that is they have the spores, with that pores the water, that is the food is transported. Phloem transport food, that is sucrose, from a source to a sink. So it can able to, food is nothing, the carbohydrate product, that is here it is, food is sucrose, it is transported through a source of zinc. The source is a part of the plant that synthesize food, that is the leaf, and zinc is the part that needs to store the food. So the part which is the source, it is synthesizing the food, the leaf is synthesizing the food, and the zinc, it needs to store. So the leaf which synthesizes, so that is the source, and the zinc where it going to store. So the source is leaf and the zinc is the storage of the food material. But the source and zinc may be reversed depending on the season or the plant's need. So when the source and need can be reversed, so when they need it, the source can become zinc and the zinc can be becomes source. Okay. Since the source zinc relationship is variable, the direction of the movement in the phloem can be upward or downwards, that is bidirectional. So in a root we have seen the up direction, that is unidirectional one, but here it can move upwards and downwards, that means it shows the bidirectional, that is the source and zinc relation shows the bidirectional. In contrast, the movement is always unidirectional in xylem, that is upward. Translocation of sugars. The mechanism of translocation of sugar from source to zinc is through pressure flow hypothesis. So glucose is prepared at source by photosynthesis is converted to sucrose. So translocation of the sugar, that is the source to zinc. So from the source the food is synthesized, that is the glucose is synthesized with the help of photosynthesis, but it is stored in other parts, that is in the form of sucrose. Okay. The sucrose moves into the companion cells, then into the living phloem sieve tube cells by active transports. The movement from the sucrose which is taken place to the living phloem, that is the sieve tubes, and it is in the form of active transport. This transportation takes place, this movement takes place, the sucrose moves. So this process produces an hypertonic condition in the phloem, that is the more concentration of sugar level will be higher. So because of that it is called as an hypertonic solution. Water is in the adjacent cell moves into the phloem by osmosis. So the water in the adjacent cell, it moves inside the phloem, that is adjacent cell for phloem is xylem. From the xylem the water moves to the phloem by osmosis. So now osmotic pressure builds up. So the phloem sap moves to the areas of low pressure. So the osmotic pressure creates, because of that the phloem sap moves to the area of low pressure. So by active transport, sucrose moves into the cells where it is utilized or stored. So by active transport, the sucrose moves into the cells. So by active transport, the sucrose moves into the cells where it is utilized. So it is utilized, it can be used or it can be stored. That portion the sucrose is going there through the active transport. As the sugars are removed, the osmotic pressure decreases and the water moves out of the phloem. So if the osmotic pressure was decreased, that is the sugar is removed, means there is no, that is the osmotic pressure falls. Due to the decrease in the osmotic pressure, that is the water moves out from the phloem. Hope you understand the topic. If you have any doubts, post your doubts in the comment box. I had given the Tamil link in description box. You can go and watch it. Give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel.